ready to begin.
What year is this?
The year is 2020, and this is Beyond Synth.
Welcome to the show. This is Beyond Synth, episode something, 229. Live show today. We are doing it live. There's already some people in the chat room here. Of course, if you're listening to this show later on SoundCloud or Spotify or Stitcher or iTunes, there's no one in the chat. But I want to say hi to Cree80s and Chris Hahn and Retro Serenade and is that Binestorm? How's it going? So look, I got myself one of them little MIDI controllers. I got myself a Korg Nano Control 2, which is exactly the device that I wanted. It's got 8 faders, and each fader has a mute button and a solo button and a record button, and they've also got little knobs above each fader. And all I needed, again, was I just needed some faders so I could turn my music up and down in the background. And a few of these buttons I can program to trigger my effects. And that's it. So we did it. Although, like always, there's always a problem. So now I finally figured out how to get it where I could program it and actually get the lights to work on it. But the DJ software, it conflicts with the DJ software. So the second I turn the DJ software on, it wants to automatically use the Nano Control for itself. And I can't disable it. Like if I go into the menu where the controllers are and I say don't use this controller, the second I leave that menu, it reverts back to wanting to use the Nano Control again. And so as long as the DJ controller takes over, the lights don't work anymore for Logic. But look, I don't want to bore you with all this stuff, okay? That's just what's going on over here, man. There's always a problem to solve, always a problem to be had, and that's life. But look, today we got a bunch of awesome music to listen to. We'll try and do a call-in show if someone wants to call in. It might not work, but who gives a fuck? And since I feel like it's been a few weeks since we did a live show, I'm going to have 2 artists on artists features today. Yeah, man. But look, let's listen to some music now and get this show started. So I would like to listen to this awesome track from Mitch Murder, a rare kind of dark kind of Mitch Murder track. But this popped up in my playlist the other day and I was like, holy shit, we got to listen to Mitch Murder and we got to do it now. All right? Of course, that would mean I also have to find where the fucking button is to play it. I'm not a good DJ. Hi, Samantha. Is that Dav from Canada? Ooh, Kulf on Shaft. All right, look, let's listen to some fucking music, and we're gonna do the do, all right? This is Mitch Murder with the track Of Below. That was Mitch Murder. Oh, it's still fading out. There we go. All right, we're back. Look at this. I'm using one of my faders right now to turn this background music up. Ooh. Well, the lights aren't working on it. Fuck sakes. I'm so excited, too. I got the damn lights working. The lights were working, all right? I promise you. It's not one of my best promises, but it's a promise, and I promise you that my lights were working. I'm talking about my Nano Control 2, made by the Korg company. Korg. So I still have to look at the computer to see what's muted and not muted. I was hoping that these things would light up so I could just look down there and be all like, ooh, I'm a fucking DJ. Turns out I'm just a piece of shit. Who's in the chat room here? Retro Serenade. He asked me, do you still bug him to be on the show? Do I still bug Mitch Murder to be on the show? I haven't lately. I do from time to time. It's a fun thing to do because he won't ever do it. Focused says just what I needed tonight. Yeah, that's right. I'm just reading now. This is good radio. This is me reading, and I hope you like it. Bindstorm says that was music to my ears. Yes, that is typically what music is. Shaded LP. Hey, buddy. Rage Crow. I just came by to say congrats on your passport, Andy. I still think it's not yours. And now off to sleep. Yes, that is correct. If you follow me on Instagram, this is sort of anticlimactic. I thought I would announce it in a fun way, but then I just had one of them 5-hour energy drinks, which I've never had before, because I thought maybe that would allow me to focus today, because I'm trying to edit a bunch of videos, and then it just got me in this wacky mood where I'm like, the postman came and delivered the thing, and I'm like, ooh, I'll fucking take a picture of it. So there you go, guys. I got it. Tyler Durden says I'm stuck doing late night laundry, so thanks, Andy. Well, thank you for being a cool guy. You're all cool guys. Except for, I'm going to single somebody out. Well, I guess the ladies, because the cool ladies are ladies, right? Samantha and Athena, if you guys are still listening. Is there any other ladies out there? Call Von Applesaft? That sounds like a lady's name. See you in L.A. Yeah, my ass, buddy. See, that's the thing. Okay, we just recorded a family show, and I cried laughing, and I almost want to fast track it just so you can hear it, because, there's this part where I cried, and it was so stupid. But basically, what I say in that show, because they didn't know I got my passport yet, and I was being coy that I had filled out the papers, everyone is always saying, hey, Andy, get your passport, and then you can come to England. I'm like, yeah, I got the passport, but I also don't have a spare $1,000 to visit. So I have this thing, I've got the document, but, traveling is expensive. So let's listen to this. This is Heartbeat Hero, and it's a cool little track called The Hero of Neon City. Doesn't get any more fucking synthwave than that. Bert. Nice Canadian heart for you. With the track The Hero of Neon City. Anyway, who's here, man? Ben Do you say your last name Chaos? K-A-O-S? Is that Chaos or Chaos? Let me know, man. I like to know how to say people's names. Athena, I've forgotten how to say yours already, and I feel like we just did this last week. Flieger, right? Eddie Perry says, congrats, Andy. Come visit California. All right, send me $1,000. And I will, Adam, I'm here for you, Andy. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Adam Hardman is a old school chum of mine from decades long past. I was asking this on the show, I think a few weeks ago, or I was saying my prediction that, Cyberpunk was going to get delayed so that there would be like an HD enhanced version on like the PS5 and stuff. And then they just announced that Xbox, what they're trying to do to sort of win back the fucking gamers, whatever version of Cyberpunk you buy, I mean, if you buy the Xbox one, then when the new Xbox Series X comes out, you can just upgrade to the better version for free. And that is a pretty cool thing. But then again, that's Xbox, right? I'm a PlayStation guy, so Xbox might have to do a few more things to fucking win me over, but it is supposed to be the most powerful of the next generation systems, and I do like that idea of buying a game and upgrading. So maybe PlayStation 5 better just fucking steal that idea, because they should. Vieras Marius. Hey, Andy, first time catching your live show. Playing some No Man's Sky and rocking out to good tunes. Hey, man, well, I hope you enjoy the show. I haven't played No Man's Sky since all those updates. I did own it for a while after the first round of updates, when people said it wasn't as bad as when it first launched, but I haven't played it since then. I understand they made quite a few improvements. Anyway, Alberto Mendoza. Hey, Andy. Hey, Faint Waves Music. Hey, Honeybeard, who has both Twitch in his phone and on his Xbox, and they are at different times. Call me out, Andy, so I know which one is the most recent. Do you want me to do like a thing where you can ping back and forth between the Xbox and the phone? Honey, beard. 1, 2. Is it Dave from Canada or Dav from Canada? Says, man, I haven't played video games in so long. Watching me play games is like watching a cat try to fly a kite. That sounds pretty awesome. That's something I'd like to see, man. How about this? Let's listen to one more track, then we'll do one of our artist-on-artist segments, and then I'm going to try and do a call-in test for whoever wants to fucking try. Okay, this guy got in contact with me, and I guess they made, like, if the story is true, they had this album that they made, and it's very new wave from the actual 80s, and then I guess they reformed like decades later, but this was a track that was from the original album, apparently made in the 80s and then remastered in like 2000 or something. And this is a fun track, and it's like a super sort of new wavy one that I think you guys will dig. They're called Sid Luscious and the Pants, and I think you'll dig this. This track is called Lifestyle Magazine Lifestyle.
And
magazine lifestyle. Hello. So that was Sid Luscious in the Pants. Now, the only reason why, again, I know I sounded like I was being hesitant about their story. I say like, oh, apparently it was made in the early 80s because, you know, sometimes there's some people who create a certain story with their music, right? Like there's several artists I know right now that, like, you know, their bio is, ooh, an album that was dug up in someone's garage from 1980, but they just made it like last year and they made it sound like it was old. I think this guy's legitimate. I think it is actually old stuff, but, well, let's just say I'm cautious. But, you know, hey, Sid Luscious in the Pants, let me know. Are you lying? Are you a liar, Sid Luscious? What about the pants? Someone's got to give me the fucking scoop. But yeah, so I don't know, man. It's possible that it's for real. And if that's the case, that's pretty cool. It sounded authentic to me, but it almost sounded too good. Right? Because a lot of times when people like, oh, you know, me and my bandmates, you know, we recorded a 4-track in our garage, and then I don't know what voice I'm doing, and then you listen to it and it sounds like crap because they recorded it in the 80s themselves. So it's like when it sounds like that, I'm like, shit, okay, this was in an actual studio. And then if they recorded it in an actual studio, why didn't it get released? Did it get shelved by the company? Was there a deal where the guy who is like championing their music got fired, and then all of a sudden they're like, listen, we're shelving your album, Sid Luscious, so you can take your pants and fuck off. The point is, if you guys need something to watch, the reason why I'm doing live shows over the next few weeks is so I can finish editing all the conversations I had at Outland. Still debating what I'm going to do with one of them, because unfortunately it might not be the right time to release that one, but all the other ones should be fine. And you should go to the Beyond Synth YouTube page and check them out, because I'm hopefully going to be releasing a new video every 3 or 4 days and work my way through. So I just released the Mecha Mako one. The next one's probably going to be JP from Le Matos, because he was visiting. It was a complete surprise. And who else did I chat with? Well, maybe I'll just leave it the surprise. But I did chat with a bunch of the artists who are performing and a bunch of people who were just there. So I think there's like 5 more that have to come out. So go check out the Beyond Synth YouTube page and subscribe to it if you aren't subscribed already. And there's something else you can do. If you are listening to this show on Twitch, because I know some of my listeners are on Twitch right now. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can subscribe and you get a free one. So I think, like, because if you subscribe on Twitch, I still don't really understand how Twitch works, but I guess like you give like $2.50 or something and then that's a subscription. But if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get 1 free sub a month. And that's just free money. That's just sitting around. So if that's the case, if you're an Amazon Prime member, go ahead and just sub the Beyond Synth Twitch page. And I think if 1,000 people do that after 3 years, I'll get a check for $14. So look, Watch Out for Snakes wanted to share some love for another artist in the scene. And so I thought what we'd do first is listen to a Watch Out for Snakes track. And then we're going to hear him talk about somebody he really likes in the scene. This is all about sharing the love, spreading the love, spreading the legs. All right, this is what? This is Watch Out for Snakes. This track is called This Ain't No Cutscene. Hell yeah! That was Watch Out for Snakes with the track This Ain't No Cutscene. Look, while we're here, let me remind you, I got a piece of paper here, that Honeybeard is playing a show in Toronto March the 6th with User and Melodica and Exile, all right? And that's happening just down the street from me. So I'm going to go, and we'll have a good time on March the 6th. So if you're in Toronto and want to go see a music show, go see that one. Go fuck yourself. Go see that one. Footy PJs, hi. It's a Buchelman, one of the twins, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. I feel like we haven't heard from you in a while. Didn't I say that last time? And Best Korea is in the chat. See, when I see Best Korea Baby, I didn't clue in that you're Best Korea the band, because that's such a common turn of phrase. We played a Best Korea track a few weeks ago, right? Wasn't that one of Julian's picks? That was a good song, man. I dug it. I like things. Shane Yates says, hi, Andy. Good luck, Andy. Well, good luck to you, Shane Yates, a.k.a. Alpha Risk, Mr. I don't want to come on your show, man. I'm too cool. I'm just going to sit here in Australia and make music. Let it be known to everyone listening that he was invited on the show by me. But you don't hear an Alpha Risk episode, do you? Because Shane Yates is just sitting around. I'm too good for this shit. We just listened to Watch Out for Snakes with the track This Ain't No Cutscene. And now I'm going to play you for our Artists on Artists segment. This is Watch Out for Snakes, and he wants to recommend an artist to you, which will be no stranger to the scene, but that's what this is all about, man. This is about sharing the love. So here's Watch Out for Snakes.
Hey everybody, Matt Baum here. I'm an artist based here in Atlanta, Georgia that performs chipwave as Watch Out for Snakes. I've been experimenting with minimal synth sounds over multiple projects dating back to 2003, but really only started supplementing my chiptune instrumentation with retrowave sounds and getting involved with the scene about 4 or 5 years ago. While I've always loved sitting down and writing new tracks, the real reason I make music is so that I can perform it live in a setting where I really feel like I'm making a connection with the crowd. I started out playing guitar in the hardcore scene, and I've pretty much kept that same no-holds-barred, total throwdown approach since then. Headbanging, getting down in the crowd, shoving around a bit, slinging the guitar around, which is why I really appreciate it when I come across another artist that brings a similar energy to their performance. Gregorio Franco is definitely one of those artists, and it's why he's my Beyond Synth Artist on Artist pick. If you're familiar with Gregorio's work, you'll know that he uses his metal background to take things darker and harder than other dark synth artists, and that energy extends into his live performance as well. His hooded onstage persona mirrors his sound. He's brooding, malevolent, and he frenetically storms around the stage, hitting himself and headbanging. Basically acts as like a herald to this force that he refers to in his album liner notes as the Void. What I love about him is that he brings this energy that's all his own, and it's entirely captivating. He's one of the few dark synth guys I've run into that doesn't wear a mask on stage, and as an audience member, I really value getting to see a full range of emotion play out across his face as he's performing and moving around. That's way better than a fancy light show in my book. The track I picked, Mortis, is from Gregorio Franco's newest album, The Scourge. And while it's not necessarily his hardest hitting track, it stands out for me because it's melodically beautiful. No matter how many times I listen to it, I can't get enough. Even after hearing his set every night on tour together, I'd still feel compelled to stop whatever I was doing as soon as I heard the opening bars of Mortis and make my way to the front of the stage just so I could headbang along with him and help him worship the Void. Enjoy listening to Mortis. Make sure to check out the rest of Gregorio Franco's catalog on Bandcamp, and if you have the opportunity to catch him live at some point, don't sleep on it. He has several shows lined up in 2020 already, with more to come, I'm sure. A huge thank you to Andy for inviting me to talk your ear off about Gregorio Franco, and if you love retrowave and want to support the scene, make sure to get out and support the synthwave artists in your local scene that are playing shows and bringing that energy and passion to their performances. That's where you'll find artists like Gregorio Franco and artists like Watch Out for Snakes. Enjoy!
It is done, right? I don't want to... I'm going to come in here and all of a sudden there's some final like... Dun. Look, that was Gregorio Franco with the track Mortis. And that was a pick from Watch Out for Snakes for our Artist on Artist segment. He had very nice things to say about Gregorio Franco, and that's what I like, man. I like that supportive atmosphere. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to put a link in the description right now, okay? And if you click on it and you have Chrome or Firefox, you can call in. I got all the time in the world. Here, while we wait, the guy who, the Konami code creator has died. Did you hear this? The guy who created the, did you say Konami or Konami? The video game company, you know, the classic code that was in the Konami games. He's passed away. I know, I'm just reminded, you know, we're listening to Watch Out for Snakes. He's got kind of those chiptune sounds in there, and it reminded me of video games, and I thought, well, that's sad. Now, what else has happened recently, man? It was Twin Peaks Day a few days ago. February 24th. Know what I mean? Quade. Is that how you say your name in the chat room? Quade. Quade. Peter Whitmore. Anyway, yeah, it was Twin Peaks D. Twin Peaks D. Twin Peaks Day. February 24th. So the show premiered in April of 1990, but I think Cooper says that the date is February the 24th, and so that's what people refer to as Twin Peaks Day. And then they were asking people what their favorite Twin Peaks moment was. Quaid says, like Doug Quaid. What's the matter, Mr. Quaid? Having a paranoid episode? So I was trying to think about that, too, because I'm like, what the hell is my favorite Twin Peaks memory? Like, I was just thinking about that. And I think what it is, I'm trying to think of those scenes that really just fucking stood with me of being like, whoa, like that was fucking weird. So I think honestly, one of my favorite parts at the beginning of season 2, you know, after Cooper gets shot, and then at the start of season 2, he's laying on the floor of his hotel room and he's bleeding, like his shirt's covered in blood. And then that old man comes in who like works at the hotel, and then the old man doesn't react to the fact that Cooper's on the floor bleeding. And that scene goes on for so long, and it is so funny. Like, I love that scene. It makes me laugh so hard every time I watch it, and then the old guy just keeps giving him, like, this shaky thumbs up, and then, like, you know, Cooper's trying to get him to, like, get help and stuff, but he just won't. Like, he's just sitting there, and he keeps talking, and then there's these big, long shots where they just film the old guy, and it's like... That might be my favorite scene in Twin Peaks. I love that scene. And also, for creepiness... I think it was out of the episode before they revealed who the killer was. It's Laura Palmer's dad. And remember there's that thing where Laura Palmer's cousin comes to visit and it's played by the same actress except she has black hair. And then there's this scene where Cooper is at the bar. I think Julie Cruz is like singing a song. And then all of a sudden the tall man, or the fireman, as he's called now, just appears on the stage, the giant. That's all Cooper sees, and like all the music kind of like fades to be this sort of echo, and then the giant just keeps on going like, it's happening again. And then while he says that, Laura Palmer's dad is like killing the cousin, and then he just keeps going, it's happening again. Like that whole scene, I love that scene because it's just so fucking weird and really creepy, but awesome. So yeah, so those are my favorite Twin Peaks fucking moments. While you guys think of your favorite fucking Twin Peaks moment, I should probably load a song in, right? Well, this is another one that's kind of got sort of video game vibes, and in honor of shit, I probably should have known. What the fuck is his name? Hold on. Why am I doing this? It's going to be a Japanese name I can't pronounce. You know what? I'm not even going to look it up because I will just embarrass myself. It turns out the guy's name was like fucking Craig Stevens. But then even then I pronounce it wrong. Like, Craig? Well, I guess some people do say Craig, don't they? Don't British people pronounce it Craig? Nobody cares. Okay. So look, let's listen to this song. This one's pretty cool. It's called Take the Metro, and it's by Zircon. And if you like cool songs, you're going to like this one because it's a cool song, all right? So this this is Zircon with Take the Metro. was Zircon with Take the Metro. That's a cool track. I like that. Now look, click on that link, call in. Who am I talking to right now?
This is Ray from Best Korea.
How's it going, Ray?
It's going well, Andy. How are you?
Hey man, I'm all right. So it's working. That's cool. This is exciting.
Yeah, look at this. Now you can do call-ins.
So what's going on, Ray? Where are you from?
We are from Bozeman, Montana, in the middle of nowhere.
Bozeman?
Yeah, it's a little like I think there's like 30,000 people here. It's a big ski town in Montana.
Do you like to ski?
I do a little bit, not as much as I used to. You know, you run out of time when you get old.
So what does the name Best Korea mean?
So Best Korea, there's two of us in Best Korea. I'm half of Best Korea. The other half is in India with his girlfriend right now. But we were previously in this band called Sigmund, and we had a drummer who was dating this girl and would frequently go on trips to see her because it was a long distance thing. When people asked us to play shows, we'd have to say no. And Dakota and I were both big synthwave outrun fans, so we decided to just start doing like these little gigs on the side. And when we were trying to figure out a name, we came up with Best Korea based off of the meme. And people liked it. And once our drummer decided to move and go to seminary, the name just kind of stuck. And that's where we are.
What is seminary?
Yeah, to become a pastor.
What?
Yeah, he decided he wanted to become a pastor. Now he's an exercise science person. So I guess it didn't happen.
Okay.
But yeah, he moved to Lincoln, Nebraska. So he traded one middle of nowhere town for another middle of nowhere town. Now he drums in a prog rock band and we make synthwave.
Well, that's cool. Oh, there I go. Fuck. I'm trying to get a new thing to say after people talk.
So I'm going to go on here to
cool.
I say that's fair all the time, so I get it.
That's fair. Maybe I should say that. That's fair.
Yeah, it's just, that's cool. It's fair. It's like a way to agree with someone without,
I feel like that's fair is less of an agreement than that's cool.
And here I'm about to say that's fair. I mean, I guess you're like conceding the point, right?
Well, it's like when you say that's fair, it's like you still are hesitant to give it up fully to that person, right? If you say that's cool, that's like, hey man, that's cool. It's like, hey man, that's cool. But like when you say that's fair, it's like, yeah, that's fair. Like you've made a reasonable argument. I'm not changing my mind, but what you've said is fair. That's the way I read it.
That makes sense. I guess for me, it's a little both, but that's a great way to look at it too.
Yeah, I look at a lot of things in great ways. That's my patented thing I do.
That's cool.
So where should people go to listen to the music of Best Korea? We played a track of yours the other day. Do you guys have like an album out, or was that a single?
No, so that's a single. We released a single a little over a year ago. Before that, it's called Iron Lung, and that's how Jules found us. He heard it and was like super into it. And over that year, things got a little hectic. We had to take a break. So now we're trying to wrap up the album that we've had written for the better part of 2 years. So we did Imagine the Echo, which is the one that Jules played on your show. And I think we're shooting for April. We're going to release another one called The Crucible, which is titled after the Arthur Miller play, which is about Salem witches, which was in turn an allegory for like McCarthyism. And so we just, titled The Crucible, have these like weird clips from this PSA video from the 80s about the Satanic Panic. We're hoping it's pretty cool.
Speaking of crucibles, you ever watch those videos where they like make molten metal and like melt stuff?
Yeah, sometimes.
I find those really awesome. I'm just saying that because they have to melt the metal inside a crucible. Or there's these videos I watch where this guy fucking makes molten salt and then like shoots it into stuff and then it explodes. You know, like if you take like molten salt and pour it inside like a...
What does molten salt even look like?
It looks like molten anything else.
Huh, alright. Now I have to check that out. I'm gonna go on that rabbit hole.
Yeah, no, molten salt just looks like glowing liquid. Like once anything's molten, it looks the same. It's like glowing orange goo. And then the thing is when he moltens the salt and then he'll like drill a hole in a watermelon and then like pour the molten salt in. Then the watermelon just fucking explodes.
Huh. That sounds actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. So write a song about that, man.
Okay. About watermelons exploding.
Yeah, none of this fucking allegory for McCarthyism business here. I want to hear about fucking watermelons blowing up, and I want to hear about it now.
Honestly, we use it as an excuse to just, throw some clips about Satanism into a song, but, I have to keep this kosher for my mom.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't like Satan?
Yeah, surprise. My dad's a pastor, so they're really, anti-fucking Satan. So...
I mean, not too many people are pro-Satan, are they?
That's true. I mean, nobody's like, yeah, well, I guess Satanists are, right?
Wait, so is it super religious in that zone?
No, so I actually grew up in New Jersey, pretty close to the guys from Neon Arcadia, and my dad, as a pastor, got the offer to go do that in Montana. And, my brothers and I were kids, and so they were like, oh, in the middle of nowhere, it's a good place to raise kids away from the city, yada, yada, yada. And, it's like middle America, or I guess Western, kind of, but, just pretty conservative in that area.
Sure.
I don't know if they're as, religiously conservative as my parents, but...
Well, I'll tell you one thing, though. A place where we're not very conservative... is right here on Beyond Synth, where we never conserve the awesome music. We share it with everybody, right? Because I'm segueing to play some music, and I did a poor job.
No. Play that music, man.
So I want to listen to a tune right now, man. We've been chatting with Ray. Maybe we'll chat with Ray for a few more minutes when we come back from this track. It's by Palm Lakes, and it's called Falling in Love Again. That was Palm Lakes with Falling in Love Again. And that's a cool track, man. And look, I'm here right now with Ray from Best Korea, but we're about to say goodbye to him.
Yeah.
He called in because he wanted to tell me how much he loves Satan. Now he's done that, so essentially we're done, right?
Yeah, sorry, Mom. Guess it's out now.
Yeah. If there's one thing I love, it's Satan. So look, you make cool music, so keep on making some. Where should people go? You got like a website?
We don't have like an official website yet, but if you want to listen to our stuff, we're on pretty much everything: SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever DistroKid uploads to, so probably Tidal and shit. And keep your eyes peeled for the new song in April, featuring stuff about Satan.
Cool, I look forward to that. But I'll tell you why. Only because I love Satan. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
You know, when people aren't looking, I like smear red paint all over my face and like just say weird names and dance around. I don't know what they do. I'm trying to pretend I know something.
That's fair. Your family must love that, right?
Well, yeah. Well, my wife doesn't because I'm always using her makeup, right? Like I take like her red lipstick and I just like smear it all over my face and just like cackle. And then she's like, "You fucking wasted my shit." And I'm like, "Satan." That's it. I wish I had more to say about this.
Well, you know, hey, the couple that does Satan together is the couple that stays together, I'm assuming. I mean,
I wish. Well, look, man, it was fun to meet you, Ray.
Yeah, it was good to talk to you too, Andy. I'll stick around for the rest of the stream.
Yeah, man. Well, you have a lovely night, and everyone go check out Best Korea, man. It was good talking to you.
Yeah, take care, guys, and I'm gonna hang up.
Well, there he goes. There goes Best Korea. Ray. So thanks for, see, it works. Look at that. Look at that, you bunch of dorks. Hey, there's, ASCIIVO. How do you say your name, dude? I'm just looking at the chat right now. But the point is that we're all having a great time. Hey, Primo's in the chat. She says, "Hi, nerd." I say, "Hi, Primo." And Mega Hit's here. What time? Mega Hit? Morning. So look, how about this? Let's listen to this track. Now, this is kind of a cinematic one, all right? It's a little bit of a builder, all right? So at first you'll be like, "What's going on, Andy?" Because it sort of starts out kind of all cinematic, but then it builds, all right? So just trust me on this one. It's good. It's by an outfit called Fuck me. It's by an outfit called Natural Phonograph. It's called Prisoner Escape Destination Off-World. And, well, someone just messaged me? Hold on. You think I'm too big to fucking check my messages while this show is going? I'm not. Who's messaging me? Mike Mendoza, who's next? We should promote our new show. Yeah, man, idiot. Come on the show. We'll do a segment in a little bit, all right? All right, so look, let's listen to this track now, man. This is a Natural Phonograph with Prisoner Escape Destination Off-World. That was Natural Phonograph with the track Prisoner Escape, Destination, Off-World. And here's what we're going to do now. We're going to chat with Mike Mendoza. Hold on here. Hey, are you there?
I'm here on the line, and I gotta say that the quarterback is toast.
Are you excited? I'm getting this working today, man. It's working.
I think once you get the technological hurdles out of the way, your mind doesn't have to worry about them. And I think I'm happy that you're at that place. You know, love, just love.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for the love. And now that you're here, we have a thing to talk about, right? Is that we doing some cross promotion?
Binestorm says, hoo-ha! I say Binestorm! They turned the table.
Yeah, so we're here right now with Mike Mendoza, a.k.a. Modern Knight, formerly Hoo-Ha.
Now merely Modern Knight, that's right.
And that's the most important thing, right? And what's on the docket, old friend?
The docket is I'm actually going to be on a plane tomorrow night. I'm going to go to New York City.
Why?
Family stuff. My girlfriend, her...
Ooh, girlfriend!
Her brother is doing a birthday, a 40th. He's doing it. I think he did it like 2 months ago. But they're all just getting together and they're like doing siblings hanging out. So I got a few days to hang out. So if any of you creeps are in New York City, I got some time to go get a beer.
Just
hopefully smoke some weed. I don't have any access to weed.
Look at you, eh? I'm so cool, guys. I fucking get high.
No, I'm literally saying how cool I'm not because I can't get weed. I'm going back to my hometown and I don't have any connections anymore. That's lame.
You're playing it cool. It's like that thing, oh, I'm so not cool, but just the mere fact that you smoke dope makes you cool.
Says the guy who posted a picture of his amazing achievement passport and says, what, did I find this thing in the couch cushions? Oh, did I find this behind the refrigerator?
Hey, man.
Shut the hell up, miss. You're too cool for school. We all got a little part to play. Everyone likes when we play our parts. That's what being synthwave celebrity is being about.
I wanted to see how long I could ice you for that.
Listen, we do have something on the docket. We got to clock it, electroshock it. It's a new show.
Nice.
It's a podcast that we're doing together. It's a co-production, Beyond Synth Retro Promenade. It's called This Month, That Year. And if you want to tell the fans what it is, because in the podcast, you definitely do it better than I do.
That's right, Mike. Okay, so what we're...
Funny episode. It's a super funny episode.
Yeah, we actually had a really good laugh in that. So basically what we're doing, Mike and I are going to be doing a co-production podcast. Fuck.
Hey, if any of you assholes are in the area... Stop on by. We're going to give you a free drink.
Anyway, fucking podcast. All right, so it's called This Month, That Year, and it's sort of the intention is that it's an educational podcast. I mean, episode 1 wasn't very educational.
Listen,
but
the whole point is that it's educational for us to begin with. So we have to, absorb a lot of information and then sort of curate what we think we want to talk about that's interesting out of everything. Remember, because we did have, a pre-production meeting for about 45 an hour, just kind of going over the facts. So we do learn ourselves, and I'm not sure if we make it interesting for everybody else, but it is a very funny podcast.
Well, I'm sure the 0 listeners will let us know. So basically the point is every episode we're tackling a month and a year. So episode 1 was May 1987, right?
That's right.
And basically we just sort of pick facts from that month, and the ones that we find interesting anyways, and we talk about them. Now, since it is Mike and I, we go off on so many tangents that I don't think we covered any actual information, and then there was a lot of shit that we just didn't know.
We covered
we covered the wrong month at some point. I know that.
No, we actually did cover May 87. I just think we didn't get to everything, and I feel like there's totally an opportunity for a mini-sode. Fans, what do you think about that? Applause in the chat room. Mini-sodes.
Yeah. You know that thing you haven't heard before? You want more of it?
I want the idea of because it's one a month. That's the basic idea, right? Just one a month. or are we doing this every 2 weeks? Have we still not decided?
I thought it would be a good weekly podcast. I think, honestly, like what we
Weekly?
recorded that day.
For all the bullshit that you tell me that you can't do, you trying to add a new weekly thing to your schedule?
Because you're the one producing this.
That's right, I am producing it, so...
One a week.
All right.
Get to work.
I didn't know that that's what you had in mind. What do the fans want?
They want one a week. We should let them know it's not Beyond Synth length podcast.
It's about 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah. And so we did the first episode. It's not up yet. I'm assuming we're gonna bank some before we start releasing them.
No, I want to start doing my retro party. I'm retooling the whole thing to be a morning show, and I want to do it at like 9 in the morning or 10 in the morning, because I think there's so many of these retro nerds who are at work and they're always like, hey, oh, I'm sneaking off, or like I'm at my job and they think I'm doing Excel spreadsheets.
No one who listens to these shows have a voice that's that classy. The guy you're doing right now is a fucking classy guy. He does not listen to Synthwave podcast.
No, I think, let's see, Faint Wave says one a week for that length, or a couple a month. At least a couple a month. That's what I was saying.
Fine, fucking bi-weekly then.
But in the interim, do you want to do a new episode, or should we do a mini-sode where we can do it?
No, we'll do a new episode. We aim for fucking... Okay, now we're having...
Insider baseball.
A production meeting. All right.
Hey,
so
guess what? By the way, all you synth fans, who likes that spring training baseball is back? Bah, 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 bah. Iced.
We're going to listen to another song, yeah.
Consider yourself iced. I had a dream that my mom bought a Nintendo VHS.
Do you call your mom Mama?
I don't know. I just...
I've never talked to her, man. I'm just too busy getting high.
She told me that, like, all these kids these days at Christmas, and one of them was running around with his little, like, Nintendo Switch, his Game Boy Switch. And I was like, Ma, they haven't made a Game Boy in years. Like, in my mind, in my subconscious dream mind, she's so behind. She's like typical parent who doesn't know what a Pokemon is. And in my Christmas dream, I found her remains of opening Christmas presents. And one of the boxes was a Nintendo VHS. And I was like, oh, Ma.
Wait, hold on. What the hell did you just say? In your dream... You saw her remains?
Yeah, no, her remains, like her Christmas wrapping stuff. Like, she opened her presents.
I thought you were just like...
No, she's not dead. She opened her Christmas present, and then she floated into the kitchen, and then, like, I saw all the wrapping and stuff, and one of the boxes, it said Nintendo VHS, and it had all the, like, the logo and the color stuff. And I was like, oh my, and I woke up and I was like, wow, that's what I really think of my mom. Like, she's like just this pure dum-dum who doesn't know nothing about Nintendos.
I mean, I wouldn't judge an old person on not knowing things about Nintendo.
So listen to this week, that month, next Tuesday in the morning.
The idea was, if it's going to be a 30 to 40 minute podcast, we can bang out one a week. They're so easy to listen to.
I'll bang you once a week. Hey, when's that new family episode supposed to come out?
I think I might fast track it just to fucking, because that moment is so funny. I've listened to the audio of that several times.
There are two big moments where that happens.
Dude, where I started crying, I've listened to that a few times and it makes me laugh every time. It's like, it's so dumb. But look, we got to listen to more music, all right?
Yeah, man.
So... Should I just hang up on you?
No, are we done with the plug? What are we doing? Yeah, let's keep going.
All right, okay. Well, I'll play a song and then we'll come back and we'll chat a bit more with Michael Mendoza. Is your name Michael?
Yeah.
Weird. All right, look, we got to listen to this track now. This is Axel Drive. All right, and I think you're going to dig this one because it's a fucking cool thing. This is Axel Drive with the track The Mist. That was Axel Drive with the track The Mist. And that is a cool track. And right now we're still chatting with Mike, aka Modern Knight.
The top 1% of pod races earn as much illegal gambling revenue as the bottom 90% of pod racers.
Hey man, this show it just got way too political, all right? I'm shutting this off.
And guess what? Most of the betting takes place with loaded dice.
Was there betting? I don't really remember what happened around the pod race. Was there illegal gambling surrounding the pod race? Did we see any of it? I mean, I know Qui-Gon put money on the race. Or no, he wanted...
Yeah, there's all this talk about how Watto, like, bets with the Hutts and, like, there's all this subtext. That's why I think a pod racing movie should be fucking real. Because... there's all this drama that can take place outside of just the races, plus there could be cool races. Let's do like a Fast and the Furious style movie where the effects are super cool and there's a focus on like the team, the family.
I think though the thing was like with pod racing, that whole sequence is so long anyways. You know what I mean? Like I've had enough pod racing. Like that scene is literally like 15 minutes long of the whole race.
It's 11 minutes. It's 11 minutes. I went to Best Buy the year it came out, and I sat down in the chairs, you know, in the big speaker room, and you can like adjust which speakers you're listening to.
And then I set my watch.
You turn the big speakers up, and I used to do it all the time. I used to do it after high school. I used to go to Best Buy, just nerd out by myself in high school, listening to the pod racer scene. How you doing, Andy? What's going on, brother?
I'm great.
I do have things to plug.
All right, well, plug them now, because I'm going to hang up on you.
Well, I hate the way you say that.
Well...
and you're a real son of a bitch, so that's fun.
Hey man, I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
I know you do.
That's what creepy guys say because they're talking about the chick's ass. In this case, I'm talking about yours.
I don't believe you. That's not right.
You ever watch Face Off? That's what fucking John Travolta says to Nicolas Cage's wife.
What's her name? She's got the shortest hair, right?
Eve, because it rhymes. Because he's like, Eve, I hate to watch you go, but I love to watch you leave.
Yeah, what's her name?
You mean what's the actress's name? Like the real life?
Oh, I can't think of it. She looks like Leslie Mann in my mind.
Oh, what is her name? God damn it. Will you do it?
Okay, so I am running a compilation. It's called Sewer Skaters.
Okay, I'll do it.
It's 1990 is when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out. And March 30th was when it came out. So, March 30th, I'm releasing a compilation that the submissions are still open if you want to join. I see you in there, Faint Waves. I saw him in the Discord. He was like, I'm not working on nothing new. So, Faint Waves, I need you to join the compilation. I need all you guys to join the compilation.
Joan Allen.
Joan Allen! It's Joan Allen.
That's right. Thank you, Internet Movie Database.
Word on the street is that Le Cassette has a track on the Sewer Skaters compilation coming out. Vocals? Maybe?
I'm going to say vocals? No. Unless you want to tease the idea that there might be. But then you're just going to disappoint people when...
I do want to tease the idea that there might be.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
Okay, but we do have at least a part of Le Cassette totally on board for this, and it sounds exactly like the movie. So that's what I'm inspiring you weirdos. I don't know why I chose that word. To make your own music that's inspired by the John Dupre score of the first movie or second movie.
Look, the bottom line is you're doing a Ninja Turtles themed compilation.
Oh,
How
sure.
do people submit songs to you?
You can find it. You can submit at submissions at retropromenade.com.
What are you watching?
There's like morning show bloopers. We watch a lot of morning show content.
Is it fucking Al Roker fucking up his lines?
Oh, that's a good idea. I want to watch Al Roker bloopers.
I know you do.
This Tuesday, I'm going to be launching Retro Party in the morning. So you should be there in the morning. Cup of coffee, some buttered toast. You like buttered toast?
It's fine.
What's your favorite kind of bread? Do you like English muffins? Do you like a bagel?
Honestly, just plain bread. Like brown bread.
Brown bread?
I usually put peanut butter. Yeah. I'm a healthy boy.
Does that mean
it doesn't
like
actually
wheat?
matter, it turns out.
Do they call it brown bread in Canada?
Yeah, brown and white bread. White bread, brown
hey,
bread.
Sure, you want your brown bread there. I don't know. Is that half Irish?
Yes. That's what Canada is.
Half Canada, half Arctic, half French, half Irish.
All taste.
Do you bake bread in a coffee can?
Yeah, no, that's why all the bread in Canada is shaped like a cylinder.
Are you serious? Is this a real thing?
Right, because all the processed meat is also in a circle shape, right? So the bread up here is in a circle shape to match the shape of the processed meat.
I think you went too far into theorizing. I don't think it's just because meat is also in the cylinder.
Why not? Why have fucking round meat in a square hole?
Happy Thanksgiving. You want your fucking canned meat cylinder?
Well, we got a brand name up here. It's called Schmeat.
Is that a joke?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
So go to Retro Promenade on Twitch, follow the fucking account, and then you'll see when it goes live on Tuesday morning. I'm going to do a whole morning thing. I'm going to turn everything into a better, funner context than staying up till goddamn 2 in the morning and drinking beers and acting like a fool. I'm also going to be giving away these lenticular Star Wars Valentines that I found at Walmart for 24 cents.
Nice.
How many dollars is that Canadian? Like $8?
Probably. Don't make me do math. I just looked up Joan Allen. That's all I want to do.
Joan Allen.
But look. Goodbye.
Andy.
You gotta go now.
Andy, I gotta go, man. Shut up.
Oh, sorry, dude. All right, man. Well, listen. He's too cool. You're too cool. You gotta go fucking smoke a fat reefer with your fucking pals.
Andy, you used to be a stoner. You don't have to act like you don't know what the terms are. You never told your friends, hey, let's smoke a fat reefer. Actually, if you were Canadian, you might. Hey, bros. Hey there, friendos. You want to go get, like, a pack of 24 Timbits and smoke a big reefer? Cinnamon sugar.
We gotta go fucking burn some grass, man. And then, like, we'd all get in this guy's van and eat some schmeat.
Hey, you want to get in this guy's van and play his Nintendo VHS?
Yeah, because when I was young, I grew up in your dream. Those were...
All right, listen, I gotta
really
go.
weird.
I gotta go.
All right, man. It was good talking to you.
I flipped it on you. I don't really have to go anywhere.
Well, I am hanging up on you. So, look, that was Mike Mendoza.
All right, everybody.
Go check out Retro Promenade Facebook. And if you want to submit a track to his Ninja Turtles compilation he's making on there, that's where you do it. Don't ask me for information. Ask him, because I won't tell you.
I got a lot of things going on this year. My octopus fingers are slimy.
What? Say goodbye. I don't like that thing. I don't like what you just said. So just say goodbye. No. Error. Okay, I'm hanging up on you.
Bye-bye.
All right, look, that was Mike Mendoza, a.k.a. Colonel Schmeat. Go check out the things he's doing. And don't forget that we have an upcoming podcast, so that's going to be cool. So look, I have another Artist on Artist segment. This one is from Glenn Main. He didn't really have too much to say. He just had an artist that he liked, and he didn't really big himself up too much. I tell the people when we do the Artist on Artist segment that you can talk about yourself for a while and then talk about the artist that you want to feature, and Glenn didn't really talk about himself. He just said, I want you to play this guy. But we're going to listen to a Glenn Main track first to get this thing rolling, all right? So this is Glenn Main. This is a track called Lily Was Here, and it is featuring July Sax. If you want some sweet sax sound, because that's what you're gonna fucking get. All right, this is Glenn Main with Lily Was Here featuring July Sax. right, and that was Glenn Main with the track Lily Was Here, featuring July Sax. And July Sax is a international saxophone playing lady who, I mean, that's what it said on the website. It just said international saxophone player, so I don't know if that's like she's just flying around on planes delivering saxophone to people. But that's a nice one. If you like saxophones. Do you like saxophones? I don't know who I'm talking to here. I'm talking to you guys in the chat. Look, we've been having a fun show here, but we're going to wind down. We played a Glenn Main track, and the reason why we did that is because Glenn Main wanted to talk about an artist that he likes, and that's what we're going to do. And then we'll listen to that, and then maybe we'll wind the thing down, man. Oh yeah, I had a question here. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I've talked about this before, but I find digital clutter to be really annoying, as much as real clutter, like real garbage. Do you need to keep emails for any reason? Like, I know sometimes you can, like, archive them, but is it ever important? Because I kind of just want to just erase everything. Like, just start fresh. But I don't know if, like, a few years from now, someone's going to be like, ask me to pull up an email that I was supposed to have saved. You know, like how your taxes, how you're supposed to keep them for like 7 or 10 years or whatever. Because if you get audited, you have to like still have your shit on hand. But I don't think, has there ever been a reason to keep an email? Unless just like someone said like something shitty to you in an email and you like use it for proof later on to be like, I told you he was an asshole. Here's the email. In the chat here, we got Skaters25 says, sup, Andy? Hey, Skaters25. And Lucas Pierkel. Good morning from the Czech Republic. Well, hey, Czech Republic. We're about to wind the show down. That's what's happening right now. We're winding down. That's why we're relaxing. So we're going to do our second Artist on Artist thing right at the end of the show today. It's kind of weird timing, but whatever. This is Glenn Main, and he wants to tell you a little bit about an artist that he likes, and then we're going to listen to one of their tracks. So take it away, Mr. Glenn Main.
Hi there, my name is Glenn Main, and I'm a synthwave artist from Norway. And if you want to hear more about my story and my music, you can tune into Andy's Beyond Synth episode number 217. But I'm not here to talk about myself now. I'm here to introduce you to an artist that I was introduced to in Beyond Synth episode 216, and that is Johan Bäckström from Sweden. He makes such great music. I think it's the best music I heard in many, many, many years. So Johan Bäckström, you should follow him on Spotify or anywhere you can follow him. He's a great, great artist. And here is one of his great, great tracks. Enjoy.
That was Johan Beckstrom with the track Starlights. Glenn didn't actually pick a track. He just said, you pick a track. I'm like, all right, fine. So that's why I just sort of started playing the song. Yeah, that was Starlights by Johan Beckstrom. And if you like that, you should go check out the conversation I had with Johan from last season, because that was a good show. I really like the sound of that guy's music. I love that old style synth pop. Very reminiscent of the instrumentation of like early Depeche Mode and stuff like that. And I dig it. It's nice and clean sounding. It makes me put a smile on my face. It makes me puts a smile on my face, all right? So look, thanks for tuning into the show. We're going to do a few more live Beyond Synths over the next few weeks, okay? Because I'm using this opportunity to edit the Outland interviews. Those were last year. I did a bunch of interviews with some of the artists who were playing, and also some artists who were just visiting the city. And there's two episodes. They're just short video interviews that are up right now on the Beyond Synth YouTube channel. So that's my chat with Von Kaiser and my chat with Mecha Mako that was just posted. There should be about 5 or 6 more videos, and I really want to finish editing them over the next few weeks. It'll be a huge relief, because I've been stressed with all this clutter, and it stresses me out. Just like when I open up my email and it's just like, you've got like 1,000 emails. I'm just like, fuck, wouldn't it be awesome if it was just 0? But as far as projects are concerned, I really want to get them out and to you guys to watch. So we'll be doing live shows. So stay tuned to, if you're not already subscribed to Beyond Synth on Twitch, I suggest you do so, because you'll be notified when I go live. And now that we've tested the call-in function today and it worked, we'll probably be doing more call-ins in the upcoming shows. And and we've got some fun ones too that I've recorded, so there will be that as well for you. Lots of things going on, man. Lots of things, lots of irons in the fire over here at Beyond Synth. So look, you guys have a lovely few days or whatever, and keep on being cool. Tune in next time to Beyond Synth, the best synthwave chat show there is. If you are listening to this on Twitch, don't forget to subscribe, especially if you're a Twitch Prime member, because you get 1 free subscription a month, or a sub as they're called. So do it up, and that's all I have to say. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.
Thanks for listening. This was Beyond Synth. No more shows today. Now shut up, the robot lady's got something to say.
If you enjoy the show, please consider supporting it by going to patreon.com/BeyondSynth, or you can donate directly on BeyondSynth.com. Beyond Synth can be found on SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher, and iTunes. And remember to like and subscribe to Beyond Synth on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Until next time. Are you ready to begin?
What year is this?
The year is 2020, and this is Beyond Synth.
Hey there, welcome to the show. This is Beyond Synth, episode 227. And today, we're doing a family show. We haven't done one of these in a while. And I am joined right now by Florence Bullock, a.k.a. Glitbiter.
Hey.
And I'm here with Marco Merrick.
Hello, everybody.
And Mike is on assignment. No, what?
Again?
I'll just be honest here. I think he's asleep.
He must be asleep.
Yeah, he must have had a big night.
So hopefully he wakes up while we are recording this, because I commissioned that lovely artwork, and I don't want to have to leave him off the cover if he's not here. But I will, because I'm very particular about making sure the cover art looks correct with what's going on. And so,
I mean, you can just put a big red X in front of his face.
Yeah.
just for this one.
Yeah, maybe I will do that. And of course, today, Marco has some awesome music picks for us, because, we restructured the show a bit, and we're doing the live show, and there's no more high five, and so I wanted to make sure that Marco still gets his picks in. So now Marco's gonna lead the way and curate the show. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, I figured that's what you want to do. Thank you for being so considerate, Andy. I know I've kind of haven't played anything in a while, so I'm kind of missing it a little bit. But I figured that's what the plan was, and I've got some great tracks this week. Very good stuff. So.
Well, I like great tracks. Now, I should say we did have a little catch-up a few weeks ago on the live show, and...
what did we talk about again?
Nothing good, so we can just pretend that didn't happen. It was just nice to hear your voices. It's been a while. But, we were chatting before we started recording the show, because we were talking about stupid Wish.com. And for everyone listening, you all know Wish.com is that shit that gets advertised on Instagram and Facebook, where they keep trying to sell you really weird items. And there have been several where it's like a pair of pants, and in the diagram, they have a fart cloud shooting out of the back of the pants. Which I think is to suggest that the pants are breathable or something. I think that's what it is meant to imply. But whenever I see them, I just think hey, it's fart pants. That's all it looks like to me.
Who thought of this?
I don't know. I would love to meet the person who does all the diagrams, because it's the same thing too. Sometimes you'll see a product and not know what the product is. There'll be a hot lady in a dress, and it's is the product the dress?
Or the lady.
Yeah. I am buying a lady here, right?
That's where I thought this is going.
Well, no, because I admit I worded that incorrectly. You'll see a woman in a full outfit. You know what I mean? And then that's it. That's the ad. And so it's sort of unclear what aspect of this advertisement is the product.
Yeah.
There's this thing where it just shows a person with weird blue plastic in their mouth exposing certain teeth, you would see in a dentist office, but I don't know why you would buy one of those for yourself. A tooth isolating plastic film for your mouth. I don't know what. I get advertised weird shit. It's hard to explain. I wonder... I think this would be a fun game. Go on Wish.com and then try and explain with words what you're looking at. Because when you see the pictures, they're crazy enough on their own. But when you actually try and explain what you're seeing, it's it's a rubber dick that goes in your pants. Sometimes there's these things that are really weird things where I'm just looking at it what is this product?
They really do have some random shit. It's fucking hilarious. Does anyone actually bought shit off Wish before?
I bought a thing off of Wish.
You did?
Recently, last month. Because, I was looking for this one thing, a portable phone charger, but it's in the shape of Totoro.
What's Totoro?
And
in the shape of what?
Totoro.
What's that?
My Neighbor Totoro.
No.
What the fuck, guys? Are you serious? It's a Miyazaki film.
Mia what?
Film?
No, I know that part, but I don't know this movie.
No, me
My
either.
Neighbor Totoro. It's just, if you Google
I've got to
Totoro,
Google it. All right,
just
I'll
Google Totoro, and you'll see it. Totoro.
How do you spell that?
Totoro.
Totoro.
Yeah, there's Totoro, and there's the mini Totoros, and there's Cat Bus.
What the hell is Cat Bus?
You guys are missing out on a lot of things.
I'm so out of touch.
We'll figure this out. I want to be hip this year, so we're gonna learn all about Totoro. And Marco, why don't you play me a song?
All right, I got a song here from I Am Manolis and his much anticipated, brilliant new album called I Am. It's available at IamManolis.com, and the track I picked off it, I had trouble picking just one. It's called Breakthrough.
right, and that was Breakthrough by I Am Manolis. And that was Marco's first pick this week.
Yeah, he makes really good vaporwave too. Original vaporwave stuff, not that, rip-off shit.
So, Marco, did you figure out what Totoro was?
Are you ready to begin?
What year is this?
The year is 2020, and this is Beyond Synth.
Well, hey there. Welcome to the show. This is Beyond Synth, episode 228. And on the show today, I chat with Primo, the alien. And this is going to be an interesting episode for all you people out there, so pay attention. We're trying to solve the world's problems. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what... But look, we got a bunch of cool music to listen to, some announcements. There's probably some announcements. And we're going to do it. And that is the plan. I'm Andy Last, by the way. Did I say that? I host the show. I host it. I've hosted it for 228 episodes. That is fucking crazy to me. I know I've said this many times on the show, but the most I ever made of anything was 8 episodes of a web series called Alien Crisis, and you can look that up. And there was 8. And I remember thinking I was so proud of myself that I made 8. And here we are, 228 episodes of Beyond Synth, and it takes me all week to put these together, so I keep... All right, hey, us for a, as of right now, nameless segment. We'll come up with a good pun, and that will be the name of the segment, all right? But he's here. He's got 5 tracks for you. We've got a new segment, which we're going to be doing maybe in all episodes of Beyond Synth. It depends how many people want to get involved. And it's called Artists on Artists. And it's a very simple concept. Synthwave artists send in a little short recording of them introducing themselves and talking about their favorite or one of their favorite artists in and around the synthwave scene, and then they pick a song to play. And so today, I think we have Brandon, who talks about his one of his favorite artists and then chooses a song. And it's pretty much open to everybody. If you're a synthwave artist and you want to do the segment, you just have to let me know, because I kind of want to make sure that we highlight different artists every week. And so if, like, a whole bunch of people to go like, I want to do Laserhawk, I'm like, well, pick somebody else, because somebody else already did that. That's the kind of thing you know what I'm saying. Okay, so how about this? Let's listen to some music, and we'll see what's going on in the chat. What is going on in the chat here? We got Runix, we got Gamescape, Tessrim, hey guys, Honeybeard. Hey, Honeybeard was just on the show. And Alberto Mendoza. And Pooh in an Alleyway. Hey, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know why it's not sending to Facebook right now. It should, but whatever. We'll fix that later. Okay, so let's get started. And Dastron says, hey, man, I think I don't have one today, but I checked out your music. I think I downloaded something the other day. So, look, let's listen to some cool music, all right? And we'll do the do. So here is a cool one. Who is this? This is the Neon Syndicate, and this is a pretty kick-ass track. It's called Midnight Drive, and you're gonna dig it. Ooh, that was cool. I gotta get used to doing this live. You know what? I gotta get myself a switcher with some fucking levers. Or not levers. What are those things called? Lou Rinaldi's making fun of me in the chat. Levers. Why, are you one of those levers, idiots? Because right now I gotta do everything with my mouse. I have so many windows open, I can't even see what the hell I'm looking at. Looking at the chat right now. Sliders, thank you. Honeybeard. Sliders. That is... Sliders. Oh, hey, let me know if you guys can hear this, okay? I was setting up a channel with some vocal effects. Hello. Hello. All right, can you do you hear the echo? Man. Doreen says Sliders has not aged well. I don't want to go all negative here, but was it ever good? I recall that show being cheesy even at the time. Wasn't it really cheesy? I mean, I did like, Sliders. So that's about it. What was I going to say? Yeah, I've got a bunch of effects on here. What's this one?
Hello. Give me $2 million, non-marked bills. Leave them at the corner of, whatever's in front of Lou Rinaldi's house. My name is not Lou Rinaldi. I repeat, my name is not Lou Rinaldi. Just leave the money in a bag in front of Lou Rinaldi's house. That's not me. I'm going to deposit into Lou's bank. It's not me. Just leave me the money.
Did that work? Yeah, so later on in the show, we're going to have Julian stop by. He's got his 5 picks. No pick of the week, because since we're actually going to play lots of music during the show, I don't see the point of doing a pick of the week when there's going to be more music, man. You understand? What's this effect? Hold on. Hello? This is for my doing my cheap, like, pinball machine voice.
Congratulations! You win! You win! Does that sound like,
I like playing with these. They're fun. Heartbeat Hero. Hey, buddy. Heartbeat Hero has joined the chat. What's up? This is my, although I need something to read.
Winston Churchill has announced...
I need something to read. I'm going to go... If I go to a website, I'll read some, what's like a old-timey thing? Let's see here. I need some, like, newsreel type audio to read. Here, I'm going to go to a movie news website. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Okay.
Such photos have been released of Wyatt Russell suited up as a U.S. agent in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV series. The character seemingly sporting Captain America's shield, which is the same one Steve Rogers presented Sam Wilson with at the end of Avengers Endgame. That suggested rumors that the U.S. government stops the Falcon from becoming the new Captain America and instead gives the shield to John Walker as the new Cap, at least initially. This source comes from page 6.
All right. Did I do it? All right, assholes. Let's listen to some more music. What do we got here? This one looks cool. This one looks cool. This one sounds cool. This is a track from Astral Tales, which I think you will enjoy. It's called Gears of Creation, and dig it. Ooh, that was cool. You like that where the robot lady came in? That's what I like. I like robot ladies. I want to do that old-timey voice again, man. Sorry. This whole time this thing's been playing, and all I've been interested in is... what's some other movie news? Oh, I gotta... Okay, yeah, so Doreen's saying, does the sub have custom emotes? Okay, so on Twitch, I don't think I have any custom emotes, unless someone made me some. I don't know how to make them. There's so many things to make, right? With every different platform you have, where there's fucking Discord or this or that, and it's like, oh, you make little custom images. Mind you, the people on the Beyond Synth Discord have been very active, and there's a bunch of silly emotes there. But yeah, I don't know how to do the damn Twitch ones. I'll figure it out one of these days. I will. Oh, I got a fun idea. Hold on. I'm gonna go to my Patreon. But I'll read it in the old-timey voice. See, I'm trying to find ways to, you can hear me typing away. Oops, forgot my password. Patreon password. I don't remember what it is. We got like 3 new donations of the Beast in a row. That's the 666. I almost feel like we should do the donation of the Beast, but I don't have the fucking jingle prepped. I gotta find that fucking jingle. Hold on, where's my thing?
I would now like to announce the newest donors to Beyond Synth who have all donated the satanic 666, the mark of the beast. First, we have a donation from Night Ride FM for 666, the mark of the beast. And fucking stupid. I'm giving it away. Furthermore, we have another 666 donation from Owen Magoli, 666, Satan. And finally, the 666 from Poo in an Alleyway. I say again, Poo in an Alleyway. All of these people have worshipped or do worship the beast.
What's something that people... Hold on. What's... I don't know anything about Satan, so I don't... No, because I don't know what... Sorry, that sentence is very silly. I need more things to say for the donation of the beast. I always just say, they worship Satan, but obviously I could do a lot more. Here, let's type Satan into Wikipedia. Let's see what we get. Wikipedia.org. We're having trouble finding that site. Oh, would you believe I spelled org wrong? Because I wouldn't. All right. Has anyone ever typed in Satan into Wikipedia? Figure of Abrahamic religions. Satanism. Maybe I should learn about Satanism. I'm just thinking, because then it'll give me stuff to say when people donate the donation of the beast. All right. I'll read just a little bit of this. Although it makes more sense to read in this voice, doesn't it?
No, not this one.
This one. Let me tell you about the beast. Satan, also known as the devil, is an entity that seduces humans into sin or falsehood. Falsehood!
I guess I don't need to do a deep voice when I already have that filter on, eh? I want to thank all the new donors to Beyond Synth, by the way. Thank you. That's a lot of Satan in a row. The horned one, that's good. Thank you for that. The on YouTube says, Satan is gay in South Park and Saddam Hussein pumps him. Pumps. Stupid. Hey, Synthwave Sunrise. How's it going? Listen, you guys are all awesome. Why don't we listen to another song, and then maybe we'll go to the segment with Julian. So let's listen to this track. It's by, I think it's Contacta. Is that how they say that? Contacta? Contacta. Yeah, Contakta, and it's a track called The Light, and I dig it because it is a cool song. So how about we give that a spin? This is Contacta with The Light. Ooh, that was a cool one. Contacta. The Light. That was the name of the song. All right, so next on my list of things to get is some sort of MIDI controller with sliders. So I'm going to put that on the list. I've got a big list, and I want you guys to know all about it, man. I'm a big fan of lists. Who's in the chat here? Kulf von Apfel. Fuck, I can never say your name. Apfelsaft. I always want to say Ape Shaft because, because I'm not right in the head. I like this idea of reading movie news in that old-timey voice. I think that's going to be a new thing I do. Because I have all this news to read anyways, or I can read what are the Twitter trends. Rip Mr. Peanut. All right, everybody. Mr. Peanut is dead? Is that... Hold on. The AV Club says Mr. Peanut was murdered. I cannot read that one because it has racial slurs in it. I'm sorry. I guess it's laughing at... okay, I'll tell you this. Because most of the time I get annoyed by a lot of Twitter trends, to be honest with you. I find it a frustrating website. Mr. Peanut dead is funny. I mean, that makes me laugh. Was it like a few nights ago? I'm not a sports guy. I don't give a shit about them. But Rob Lowe went to this NFL game, but he was, instead of wearing a team hat, he just wore like an NFL branded hat. And the tweets were fucking hilarious. Like, I was laughing my head. I don't even like football, but it was just the funniest series of tweets of just people making fun of the fact that he was basically like just wearing this generic hat to a football game. And then one of the tweets was like, it's like Rob Lowe goes to he goes to a concert and then he's just has a hat that says music. And anyway, look, it's funny. So Mr. Peanut's dead. I don't know what to say about it. Sad state of affairs. I think it's some sort of marketing campaign. I can't seem to find like the actual Mr. Peanut account. It's all like people joking about fucking Mr. Peanut, but I don't really understand why. Fucking Twitter. These are the things that are fucking trending in Canada. Mr. Peanut's dead and Donut Gate. All right? Now, I don't really like to talk politics on this show, and I'm not going to, but let's just say my glorious prime minister just bought a box of donuts, but since he bought local, so they're more expensive, so people are complaining about the wasted government expenditure because they bought... Seriously, though, that's the thing. This is why politics is so fucking toxic, because if it gets to the point where you hate the other side so much that it becomes a story that that they bought a bunch of donuts for a cabinet meeting and the donuts were slightly more expensive than had they bought cheap donuts. And the joke is that even though people make fun of Canada and always talk about Tim Hortons and stuff, Tim Hortons isn't